Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at 5. It's January 30th, but it feels like January 37th, 2019. And I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Paul Wantork. You know, January 30th.
Yes?
You know I was going to say something random.
Sure.
31 years ago tonight, I saw Phantom of the Opera for the first time when I was a little kid.
So I'm
January
sure
30th. It was a big date. I waited for
great.
months with those tickets for January 30th to come, and it did. So anyway, I'm Paul Wantork.
That was on my calendar. I just didn't pay attention to it. Hey, we're here with Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Hey, Beth, who's our guest today?
I'm a super fan of this person. It's Arian Moayed here.
It's
Of
fantastic.
the Courtroom, which we will talk about. But first,
Yes.
we're going to get to the top 5.
This casting announcement had us all screaming yes today.
Did we?
I was.
Really?
My next favorite movie
I was.
Yes.
is in the works. It's called In the Heights.
Yes.
Based on Lin-Manuel Miranda's Tony-winning musical that we love. They're going to film it this summer, and we just found out that Corey Hawkins, who has been in this very room,
Yes, he has.
will be
Ladies
Benny.
and gentlemen. Yeah.
Benny.
Tony
That
nominee
Benny-
Corey
the-
Hawkins.
Benny is the romantic lead.
The romantic
Benny
lead.
is the romantic lead of In the Heights. Tony nominee Corey Hawkins for 6 Degrees of Separation, that underrated revival.
So good.
It was underrated. I was a little annoyed about that. Anyway, Beth and I love that play.
We too.
Anyway, we're waiting for more casting, but this is the second piece of casting. So Anthony Ramos is playing Usnavi, as we know. And I guess we're going to keep finding out more and more and more. Because I
This is
know that
exciting.
John M. Chu, the director, who
Yeah.
of course had a huge hit with Crazy Rich Asians, is in town casting it. So keep telling us more.
But he's
John,
going
if
with
you have any-
Broadway talent.
Yeah, exactly. We love that. If you need more ideas, just come to us and we have ideas.
We're right here.
Of course, Benny was a role created by Christopher Jackson.
Yes.
And when I interviewed Lynn last month, he said that he and Christopher Jackson will just be playing dominoes in the background.
Right.
That's how they'll
We're
be
gonna make
involved.
a cameo.
And Corey's been seen in Romeo and Juliet in the Hurt Village on stage and on screen in Straight Outta Compton, Kong Skull Island, and Black Klansman.
I'm
And
sorry
we're
for you
excited.
podcast listeners.
So
I just
this
want to
is
apologize.
filming. I love bringing this up. So this summer,
Yes.
on the streets of New York, I believe we'll have on one block In the Heights and on
Yes.
the other block West Side Story, filming,
Iconic.
Amazing.
There you
which
go.
is crazy. Maybe not a block apart, but you know what I'm saying.
Probably
it's
not a
exciting.
block.
And
They
it's
might
gonna
have
come
sound
out
stages.
next summer, June 26, 2020.
This Tony nominee is set up to star in this upcoming concert.
We knew about this concert. It's the Scarlet Pimpernel concert at Lincoln Center.
Who's the pimp?
That's the question. Tony Yazbek, the very talented triple threat, maybe quadruple threat.
I thought this was the news that had us saying Yaz.
Yaz.
I sang
Beck.
yes all day long.
Yaz
That's
Beck.
Yaz.
Yaz
He's going to bring
Beck.
it some Yaz. He's going to, I've never seen the Scarlet Pimpernel, so this is my chance. It is February 18th at 8 o'clock at Lincoln Center's David Geffen Hall, directed by Gabriel Barr. Okay, so
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
So listen to this cast. We already knew some of these people. Let me refresh your
Okay.
memory. Laura Osnes, Norm Lewis, Corey Cott, Drew Galing, Dana Costello. This is an
Wow.
amazing cast.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. I didn't realize all these people were in it.
Fancy.
And it's
Fancy.
soon.
It's
It's
soon,
soon.
February
This
18th.
is a Frank Wildhorn musical. This is
Thank you,
probably
Paul.
his most well-received musical.
Wow. There you go.
I'll say that. I'll throw that. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I'll say that. I'll put money on that.
Quote me.
There you go.
Frank Wildhorn's most well-received musical.
He'll be on the program February 18th.
The European cast has been announced for this movie turned musical.
Bill Finn, Mr. William Finn, is someone we love. He wrote a musical of Little Miss Sunshine, which
He
they
did.
did off-Broadway.
Second
and now
stage.
it is making its European
That's
debut.
fancy.
And we found out the cast. Gary Wilmot, who's a very well-loved British stage
Accomplished,
star.
yeah.
He's been in a lot of things. He's playing Grandpa. Laura Pulford is playing Cheryl. Paul Keating is Frank. And then other people. Sophie Hartley-Booth, Evie Gibson, Lily Mae Dunham. It's all happening at London's Arcola Theatre starting March 21st. It's going on tour. It's really good. Go see it.
And some of our fave stage performers are all getting together for New York Pops.
New York Pops is fancy. And it's at Carnegie Hall. Which
Everybody
is
wants
special.
to sing at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, that's the whole
It's easy to
thing.
get people to say yes to this.
Right. Well,
Or
they got good
yas.
people. Or
Or
we're going to keep
yas.
doing that. We're going to keep
Sorry.
doing it.
I
It's
hope
a thing.
so.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about their 2019-2020 season. Filled with Broadway talent, like they're going to open their season on October 18th. So you got to wait a while. But October 18th, 2019, one night only, Jeremy Jordan. I mean,
He
I
can sing.
think I
That guy
just
can
sold
sing.
thousands of tickets. There you go.
Yep.
All I have to say is his name. Then they're going to do on January 24th, 2020. That feels far away. That feels far away.
It is a year away, Beth.
It's a year. But this month has been a year. They're going to celebrate Rodgers and Hammerstein with Laura Michelle Kelly and Maxwell Nesson. That's a nice pairing, isn't it?
Yes.
They're also going to have guest artists, Alex Newell, Mandy Gonzalez, Carrie Manalakos, and they're going to do I'm Every Woman, Divas on Stage. Good,
Sure.
right? Sounds
be
good.
great.
I'm in.
Anyway, check it out. That's the full New York Pop season at Carnegie Hall.
And we found out the full cast that's going to be Making Things Go Wrong off Broadway.
So The Play That Goes Wrong was a big hit on Broadway. I believe it was the longest running play in recent memory on Broadway. And now it is going to New World Stages, which is where shows go after Broadway.
One of
Crazy
the
Boys.
places they
It's one
go.
of the places they go. This one's going to go there. And it starts February 11th, and they just announced the cast. Broadway cast member Ashley Reyes will return to the production. So she's very fancy. And she'll be joined Matt Harrington, Bianca Horn, Matt Walker, Ryan Vincent Anderson, Brent Bateman, Bartley Booze, good name, and Chris Lansley. It ended on Broadway on January 6th, so go see it. It's really funny. Things go wrong. Before I go,
Yes.
I just want to alert everybody
Okay, go on.
that a major Broadway musical is now in the hands of a 16-year-old.
That's true.
Andrew Barth Feldman,
Yay!
happy first performance as Evan Hansen. As RuPaul says, no, I'm just kidding. You're going to be fantastic.
What does
We're all
RuPaul say?
excited.
Tell
I mean, a
us,
real
tell us.
teenager is playing Evan Hansen. This is like a really, what a concept. What a concept. That doesn't happen on Broadway.
We're excited.
I'm out. I'm going.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Caitlin, will you tell us about our guest?
Gladly. So yes, we have Arian Moayed in the studio with us today. He's here to talk all about The Courtroom. It's a new drama by New York-based Waterwell. The Courtroom is a reenactment of deportation proceedings performed entirely verbatim of court transcript that Arian actually helped turn into the script. He earned a Tony nomination for his performance in Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo, and was most recently seen on Broadway in The Humans. His screen credits include Believe, Madam Secretary, and Succession, and more. He's done a whole lot. We're super excited that he's here. Follow him on social media at Arian Moayed, and leave all of your questions in the comments down below. Please welcome Arian and Beth.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Hello.
You
Hello.
are one of my favorite
Oh, you're so
humans.
sweet.
Oh, I love this guy.
I gotta say, watching you guys do the top 5 was fun. 'Cause
Really?
I wasn't on any. I didn't like
You're
read
learning.
anything
You're
today.
like, what is
so I was
the
just like,
news?
what is the news today? And that was nice. I was like, okay, those are the 5.
I'm glad we could inform you.
Thank you.
Caitlin told us a lot about your career, but she didn't mention the accidental wolf. OMG. We're going to talk about The Courtroom.
Yes, totally.
Because I feel like you're going to leave here and go to The Courtroom
Yeah.
because there's a performance tonight.
Yeah.
But first, Accidental Wolf.
Let's do
because
it.
It's okay. Do you guys know what this is? It's a web series.
Yeah,
Is
it
that
is.
how you describe it?
Yeah, I think what we've been calling it. I mean, we're the kind of the first people to ever do something like this. We call it a short form thriller, and
Short-form thriller.
Waterwell Films, the for-profit sector of Waterwell, the organization that I'm the co-founder of. Kind of like I wrote and directed and produced, and Damon
You made it
Ollier
happen.
produced, and we did it all. And last year, Kelly O'Hara, which stars Kelly O'Hara, just
Got
got
an Emmy nomination,
Emmy
you guys.
nomination.
You can get that from a short form thriller.
Yeah, and the other cool thing is it's absolutely free online on the accidentalwolf.com.
Check this out. It's
Yeah.
not. They aren't episodes. They're chapters.
They're chapters. They're small little chapters.
and it's beautifully
that stars Kelly O'Hara
All the
and
theater people.
Dennis O'Hare and Reed Burney and Jane Howdy-Shell and
whole
Lauren
cast of The
Metcalf.
Humans. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole cast of The Humans is in the entire
Yes.
first season.
So good.
And we just put a screen lock on season 2.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you
Yeah.
because I knew it was coming
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's like tweets.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So did you film it already?
We filmed the whole season.
fall.
Yeah, we filmed it actually last spring and summer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's coming. When is it coming?
That's
When?
Details.
If you haven't checked this out, check it out.
Yeah,
this
please
is
do.
Kelly O'Hara's. You have not seen her before. It's not musical comedy Kelly O'Hara. It's digging deep.
Yeah, it's and it's absolutely free. TheAccidentalWolf.com. Like, come and check it out. It's really something that we're really proud of.
All right, we're going to talk about The Courtroom, but
Yeah.
first, I got more things to ask you. Waterwell. Tell me
Yes.
about how Waterwell came to be.
Sure. In 2002, Tom Ridgely and myself graduated Indiana University. We came to New York and knew nobody. We knew literally nobody, and we started a theater company that was really civic-minded and socially engaged. And the mission statement that we had at the ages of 22 is the mission statement that we have now. Now, 17 years later, it is a nonprofit theater company that does civic-minded, socially conscious work. Our artistic director is the amazing phenom Lee Sunday Evans, who was just announced in the Times a month and a half ago, who just did Dance Nation and has an amazing show at Long Wharf called Miller, Mississippi, and is the director of The Courtroom.
The Courtroom, right. See, I knew we were going to bring it back
Yeah,
around.
that's right.
Just
that's
stay
right.
with us, people.
Let me also
Stay
say
with us.
on the Waterwell side, there's also a theater, an education side that we run the Professional Performing Arts School on 48th Street, the drama section. And that's
It's amazing. There are a lot of 22-year-olds that start theater companies and have nothing to say about it 17 years later. So this is a testament to your tenacious abilities.
Thank you.
And your civic-mindedness.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Courtroom.
Yeah, please.
So first of all, Ruthie Ann Miles.
Yeah.
Kathleen Chalfant.
Yeah.
And just a host of really talented
Yeah.
actors. And they're doing it on location in actual courtroom
Yeah.
places, right? So tell me about that.
So yeah, the Courtroom is a reenactment of a deportation proceeding. I mean, that's exactly
Like you're in the courtroom watching it.
You're
happen
in the
before
courtroom.
You're
Last
a
week-
witness.
Last week you were
Not
in
on
the
the stand,
courtroom,
but a
and then
witness.
we watched what an actual deportation would look like with no written words by me, and we go through the banality of the language of legal law, and watch a young Filipino woman fall into a trap of bureaucracy that
Because she voted.
because she voted.
What?
Yeah.
And she's married to an American. This really
Yeah.
happened.
So this is a true story. In
It's
2004,
verbatim,
Elizabeth
yeah.
Keithley, out in Chicago, came to the United States on a K-3 visa. She came on this visa, marrying a U.S. citizen. The first 6 months that she's here, she goes to the DMV, and at the DMV they ask her, "Would you like to register to vote?" Not knowing anything.
Not a citizen.
Not a
no.
citizen, doesn't speak the language really well. And as an immigrant from Iran that has gone through this many a times with my family,
Yeah.
been like, sure, I'll sign this and I'll do that
Yeah.
and whatever. And
Check
then
this box or this
sure,
one.
whatever. And we do
Right.
it too. We do it
We
too.
don't read everything. Do you read all
Um,
those agreements you get on your iPhone? You
no.
do not. Okay.
And then 6 months or whatever, a year or so later, she gets her voter registration card, thinking that I guess she could vote. And then she votes, and at her green card test, they say, "Have you voted?" And she says yes. And then they put her in deportation proceedings.
Crazy.
It is
Crazy but true.
It is also what's amazing about all that, and what's amazing about the response of the Courtroom is that it's actually really hopeful.
That's good.
I think people, I just got a letter from a veteran, Colonel Mike out in Long Island. In Long Island, who said that when he came and saw the show, it rejuvenated him to be an American the same way he was when he first signed up to be a serviceman.
Wow.
So
So
think
how
about
did
that, a
this-
veteran, talking
that's a
about
lot.
an immigrant inside of a courtroom. Yeah, that's the kind of
How
work.
did this
That's
come to your
Waterwell.
attention?
Well, what happened
You were
over
just reading through court transcripts every day.
Kinda. Well, kinda. What happened was, there was, the crazy stuff that was happening on the border last summer.
Yeah.
And I'm an immigrant, and
Yeah.
that stuff drives me
So
nuts.
you came here. Let's just tell everyone your story a
Yeah.
little bit. So you're born in Iran.
I was born in Iran, moved here when I was 6. Went from a pretty, upper middle class lifestyle to not that, and grew up in an immigrant household with 2 older brothers, one sister that was still in Iran when we left. She only came in 2003. One of my brothers fought in the Iran-Iraq War. It's a whole story there, and that immigrant experience kind of like fueled this thing that happened over the summer when they're detaining kids on the
Yeah,
border.
yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, what is happening?
It's okay.
Sorry. And so anyway, that led to being like, we need to do something. And
So how did you find this story?
I literally told the amazing folks at Waterwell to be like, let's find every deportation transcript that we can find. And within a month's time, I was speaking to the lawyer, Richard Haynes, which this show is based on.
And this happened a while ago. This is not a border story.
This is a story
before that.
from 2000, from 2000, basically a thing that happened from 2004 all the way to 2017.
I have to say I'm hogging you because I adore you so much. But we do have questions. I
Let's
know
do
you've
it.
got questions.
We
so
got
we're going to go
questions.
to, I know we do.
Yes. So Alexandra wants to know what is going to surprise people about this show.
About this show?
Yeah.
I think what we've been saying is that it's subversively hopeful.
That is surprising. So
Yeah,
I knew
it's
a
a-
lot of facts about
yeah.
it, but that,
Yeah, it's
I
like a
didn't realize.
subversive piece of hope. It's kind of fascinating.
Let me tell people where they can see this. You can see
Yes.
it tonight at
Yes,
St.
tonight.
Mark's Church in the Bowery
Yeah, that's right.
at 7 o'clock. You can see it tomorrow
Yes.
and Friday
At Judson.
at the Judson
in
Memorial
the big
Church
meeting
at
room
7
upstairs in that gorgeous room. Both
Upstairs. You can
spaces are
reserve your
amazing.
tickets at on Waterwell.
Well, here's how
No,
I
no, no,
actually
no,
tell you
wait, you
that,
don't. Okay,
that
don't do
one
that.
thing. You can
I don't
totally
mean
go to
that.
our website. There's a wait list that you can jump on.
There you go.
Waitlist.
It's snowing.
It is
You'll
snowing.
You'll get
Tonight
in.
you'll get in.
Yeah.
Tonight I feel you'll get in.
Yeah.
Tonight I feel like you'll get in.
Bad weather equals good theater.
Yeah, I think
Go
people
for
will
it.
get in tonight. But we do also have a wait list for the next 2 shows.
And are you going to keep going, or is this it?
Yeah, we're thinking about. We don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. People have been really kind of jazzed by it.
Just bookmark Waterwell and you'll
Do
find
it.
out.
Waterwell.org.
There you go.
Please get there.
Okay, I interrupted. I'm sorry.
No,
There were
it's
questions.
totally fine.
Go ahead.
So Jackie wants to know is how does it feel to see the show come to life with such a great cast?
It's miraculous. It's what Lee and I had envisioned in this, when we were starting to like develop this show. We wanted it to be very, very, very truthful. We wanted it to be unbelievably realistic. Someone today that I was talking to said that the most shocking thing about the show is it reminded them of being in the immigration court system.
And
Like,
you're actually in courtroom.
and so that's a testament to this unbelievable group of individuals that are they're great human beings and just ridiculous talents.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just off the charts.
Cool. So Mark wants to know is when and how do you relax? Because you have a lot
Yeah,
going
do you
on
ever
in your
stop?
life.
Do you ever slow down? And he's got 2 kids.
I do have 2 kids. Well, I have the greatest wife and 2 kids in the world, and that's the truth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I do relax. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is nothing. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel very happy doing things. And so I continue
Doing
to do
things that
things.
make a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I mean, we all try at Waterwell, trying real hard to like change people's lives as best as we can. And so,
Do you have any acting gigs coming up you want to tell us about?
Second season of Succession has started shooting. I've just shot my first episode. I shoot another one next week.
How'd it go? Tell us about it.
Well, I think the Succession freaks out there are going to love this season.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
there are definitely freaks out there.
I
I love them.
Freaks. We love you, freaks.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're awesome. They're so into it. They talk about us as if we're not human beings. They're like Stewie and Kendall. It's like we're people.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Love them.
So Aaron wants to know that out of all the things that you've done, whether
Yeah.
it was writing or acting for stage or acting for screen or doing Waterwell, like how does it feel to be doing all of that kind of at once?
It's really kind of
You're a multitasker.
yeah. It's you
You were doing Accidental Wolf while you were in The Humans, is that right?
I was shooting The Accidental Wolf while doing The Humans, correct?
And Wolf, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The Humans is not like an
and
easy play.
For 2 weeks overnights.
Perfect.
So I would do the evening show, and then I would be driven to set, and we would shoot with Kelly and Reed sometimes, and it was Laurie This is the best story. Laurie Metcalf was doing Misery on Broadway, and I was doing The Humans. And the only time that we had is after both of our shows let down, that we would meet at my house to do hair and makeup, and then go into the deli where we shot from like midnight to like 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
That was an amazing day.
See, some people sleep and do stuff, but
Yeah.
not this guy.
Not
Yeah,
this
that
guy,
was
not
really
this
an
guy.
amazing day. Because in my mind, I was like, why did she say yes to this?
Yeah, why did she say yes? Well, you always get amazing people.
Yeah, I think they
mean,
believe
look at
in
the
the
cast
work.
of,
Yeah.
of Courtroom.
Yeah.
People say yes. They just
Yeah.
look into those eyes.
Oh,
and they're like,
you're
yes,
too much.
Yes.
Amazing. All right, this can be the last question. So Lee wants to know, what was your first experience with theater growing up, and what made you want to be part of this world?
From the grades 1 through 4, I was in ESL classes. And in my 3rd grade ESL class, we had to do a presentation in front of the school where we had to dress up in our like native Iranian or whatever
Wow.
minority gear that have, and you put that on, and you have to go across the room and you have to say hello to one another in your language twice. So the entire auditorium came out. It was
To
explained.
watch you say hello.
Basically, and there was not that many, there was
Not
so
like in a
this-
Book of Mormon
So
way.
maybe there was maybe 15 kids or whatever just saying hello twice, and then I think everyone left. That is literally the first experience, and I was in Miss Roar's class. And
Oh, Miss Roar.
I love Miss Roar. And Miss Roar's class, we're still Facebook friends. I'm going to share this with her.
Okay, please do.
In Miss Roar's class, they all waved at me after it was done. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Aww.
That was the first theatrical experience that I remember. Yeah.
And did you remember your lines?
Mess them up.
All right, I have one more question, then
Yes.
we're going to go. Did you get to tell Kelly O'Hara that she had an Emmy nomination?
I did.
Tell me how that went down.
She was in London. I was in Chicago at Steppenwolf.
She was doing King and I.
She was doing King and I. I was in Chicago doing Guards of the Taj.
I love that play.
And then I kept on calling her, and she wouldn't. She wasn't. We weren't
It's kind
getting
of
through.
like the opening of Accidental Wolf, just a phone call,
Kind of
ringing.
literally. And I'm calling her, it's not answering. And then she sees, and she's like, "Hey, I'm about to get out." She texts me. She's like, "I'm about to get off the tube. I can call you then. What, is everything all right?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Kelly, you got nominated for an Emmy." And I was like, oh my God, crazy. I'm literally telling you, you got nominated for an Emmy. And she goes, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then I wrote, "Well, you're an Emmy nominee," and that's how she found out. And then when she got off the train, I told her. She goes, "What the heck are you talking about?" Yeah, it was amazing. It was
That's
super
awesome.
super cool.
I bet you both had really good shows that night.
I think you're probably right.
Guys, go to waterwell.org.
Please.
Check out the Courtroom. It's snowing. Go to where are you
Tonight's
going
the
tonight?
night.
Go to St. Mark's Church. Just go there now.
Yeah.
And in a couple of hours, you'll go see this amazing piece of theater. Thank you all. Caitlin, will you
Bye.
take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us in a podcast form by searching for #live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Courtney Collins from The Prom.